Yo, what's the word? It's your boy 16. If you like the content on this channel, I want to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for post notifications. Also, I got a website at www.16shotonvisuals.com. But that's enough of me talking. Let's get to what y'all came to see. One of the interviews, he said like, y'all marriage was like a favor or something. Can you break that down?
Man, no. We literally, I was the first one. I mean, I took him to his sentencing, to his court date when he got sentenced. I took him when he had to turn himself in. I literally was there for him the whole time. First of all, Kevo tried to act like he had money while he was locked up. He did not have no money while he was locked up. That man, I was with him a little bit before he actually got sentenced, and he was cool or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I stayed in the condo with him or whatever. He tried to play that real nigga image. That's really what got me. I don't just be attracted to clowns. You know what I'm saying? Like, he know how to finesse. Shoot, he finessed that he was a real nigga, and I believed him. That's what happened. And I decided that I was gonna stay there for him or whatever. But that man really only left me with like $2,000. I ain't gonna lie. He made a little money before he went to jail. I don't know how he did that either. But by the time it was time for him to go to jail, he left me with $2,000. I was staying in a condo with him that I couldn't afford. I didn't have a car because we stayed downtown. We was riding Ubers everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So he left me with nothing. I had $2,000 in to figure it out. I did have family, you know what I'm saying? I was able to go back to because where I'm from, it's only about like 45 minutes to an hour away from Chicago. So I was able to come back to my family house, but I knew I couldn't stay there either because they didn't even have no room for me. So I ended up having to stay in a shelter. Well, honestly, it was some other stuff too that I had to stay in a shelter for, but I ended up, long story short, I had to stay in a shelter, and the shelter actually gave me resources or whatever. Like, they helped me get a job. It was me and my daughter or whatever. And I had got a job as a teacher's assistant. I had got a little hoopty car, like it probably was like a super old car. I can't even remember the type of car it was, but it was like a super hoopty, like, and I really just had to like get it out the mud. And I remember him like writing me from jail or whatever, like, I need money. If you can't send me no money, you know what I'm saying, then I'm gonna have to have somebody else send me money. And I took that as basically like, if you can't send me no money, then I'm gonna have to get a new girl. And I'm over here all in love, like, dang, we finna let this jail stuff come between us. I thought we had an understanding, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here scrambling, like, I can't go get another nigga, like, boy, you in jail, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't no bad looking girl, you know what I'm saying? But I just thought that was my heart at the time. So I'm just like, dang, let me figure it out. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I did have experience working in clubs because when I was 17, I worked in a club. So I'm like, shoot, I don't know how to scam. I'm not one of them, but I do know how to make legal money in a strip club. Like, I don't want to have to go there, because honestly, he told me when he got me that I was never going to have to go back there. He told me that he was going to have another plan for me, like I was not going to have to be in that environment, because really I only went to the strip club at 17 on some survival stuff, you know? Yeah. Never went there just because I just wanted to be out here, you know? But yeah, like, I was a teacher's assistant, and honestly, y'all, like, my life was so stressful. Like I said, I was in a shelter or whatever, trying to take care of my daughter, who I didn't have no help, you know, help with. It was just me out here on my own. Like, I remember it was one time, I was at the point where I was so fucked up, I literally had to like share a McDonald's burger with my child. Like, and Kevo over here emailing me back and forth like, you can't send me no money, you can't send me no money. So I'm literally on the outside stressed. You know what I'm saying? I barely could provide for me and my daughter, who I have no help with. And this man emailing me, stressing me out about sending him money. Yeah. So he didn't care. Like, that's why I said he didn't care. He cared so much about himself that he'd rather me quit my job as a teacher assistant, my job, like, well, I didn't tell you, I work with a super old teacher. He was like 50 something in kids. Like, that was a great environment for, you know, for a girl to be where her dude is locked up. I was literally at work at a normal environment and back with my family, because I'm a homebody. Like, I be with my family. Like, I don't be plotting on dudes and trying to cheat and stuff like that. That's just not me. I don't like to do stuff like that or whatever. So he literally took me out of that environment. And I say he because if he wasn't pressuring me for money, I would have never went back to the strip club. I would have just struggled. Cause I tried to tell him, I'm like, why don't we just both struggle? You struggle in jail, I struggle out here. I mean, I was gonna try to do something a little more, you know what I'm saying, but something honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could just both struggle, and we could, you know, as long as I stay loyal, you can get out, we can be together. This man, literally, the reason why he wanted me to go to a strip club is because he wanted to eat tuna, macros and shit, and cheesecakes and flex on the niggas in jail. He wanted to have MP3 players and stuff, so he'd rather have all that stuff and not care about me having to go entertain niggas at a strip club to make him money, basically. So that's what happened. He didn't have no money. I took care of him from the day I started working at that strip club. I literally sent him money every single week, and I was sending him it was like $75 every week consistently, and sometimes he would need a little more, and I would have to send it to somebody else's account. And I used to always wonder, like, boy, what are you doing in there? Like, but I still sent it because I just wanted to show him like I was here, because he used to email me and telling me like, yeah, my homies ain't even sending me this. Like, I remember I have a letter, and I might, if I can find it, like I might even like post it or something, because I even have a letter. I actually have to find that letter, because I remember him even just writing me a heartfelt letter like, I just want to thank you or whatever. You was like literally here from day one, you know what I'm saying? And you was the only one that like came through the whole time. Like nobody else came through like you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, just to see how our situation played out when he knew like some shit really happened with us and I really proved myself. That's why I said, after I give a nigga all I can give them, because what could get worse than that? Like, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's some real life shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't prove myself. I didn't you know what I'm saying? I didn't gave myself all I can or whatever. Because it was times like I didn't even want to be with his ass when he was locked up. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought like, well, why would you send me to a strip club? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you care that, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't care about me. You know what I'm saying? So it was a point in time where like I had even met somebody at the club that I feel like I would have been happier with. That I was like low key ready to leave like Kevo for it. And Kevo knew about this because I ended up telling him because I felt guilty. I ain't no sneaky girl, you know? But it was at the same time, it was just like, if I did choose the dude or whatever that I had met from the strip club, I wasn't gonna stop sending Kevo money. I had that in my head, like even if I do leave him, I'm gonna definitely make sure I send him money the whole time while he in there. So I was just like, I definitely was thorough with him. I can honestly say that, but his ass shit, he didn't respect it. Kevo, he the type of person that he used people, like everybody disposable to him. He don't care what y'all done been through, like everybody. If you can't do nothing for him today, he don't care what you done did in the past. Even if it was some real hard times type stuff, he don't care, like you're disposable. So shit, I couldn't bring him money today, so me and my kids had to get kicked out in trash bags like we was trash.
So, you know, reflecting on everything that had played out, would you say like you feel betrayed?
Hell yeah. Hell, I thought me and Kevo was better than this. I ain't think like he'd let somebody come between us or anybody come between us, you know? Yeah. Especially not no new people, because he knows, like I have letters of him telling me like how people didn't fall through for him. You know what I'm saying? So just to see, like, yeah, imagine how I feel. Like even with me having that little fling or whatever, when, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't even because I was trying to be on some unloyal stuff. It's just because that dude at the time made me feel so good. Like I ain't feel no type of stress. Like he was coming in. It was one time he came in there. He gave me like $8,000 one time. Like threw it on stage, all that type of stuff. And I'm not saying like I can be bought, but it was just more the feeling, you know. Yeah. But I definitely felt betrayed because I'm just like, I ain't even choose that dude over you, and he was definitely like a better option at the time, you know. Like definitely. So it was like just to see him get out and like just meet people just because of their name and they clout, and they automatically get bumped over me, like ahead of me. And I'm like, boy, I was literally with you when nobody gave a fuck about you. Like people thought your ass was done. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was talking about no damn BandmanKevo, and I was literally like the last man standing for you, and you even said that. So to sit there and watch him get on his high horse, meeting these influencers and putting them over me like they done been through some shit with him just because of they money and they fame, it was just like, damn, it was a super slap in the face, especially because I never did that for no other dude that I did for Kevo. Like, I ain't even one of them. Like, if a dude go to jail, I'm out. Like, I'm not, it wasn't that. It was more so that I had love and loyalty. Because that's the thing about me, like, I'm very, like, loving. So if I decide I love you, then I'm going to do whatever I can for you type. That's what it is. I'm not one of them girls that just sit up with a nigga in jail. I don't need attention from a jail nigga. If that was the case, I would go back to a club. There's plenty of attention there at the club, you know?
Yeah.